X-Men 97 has officially wrapped its first season, and I think it's worth getting into because this show is nothing short of flawless. Right off rip, let me provide some context. I was born in 96, so I missed the original X-Men animated series as a kid. I remember reruns. Me and my grandpa used to watch X-Men and this other cartoon called Big Guy when I was really young, but I don't have the same attachment to the old series as most fans do. That being said, I have begun to go back and watch because the OG series is still a great show and beautifully designed. So now when we got the continuation of that show in X-Men 97, I wouldn't say hyped was the word, probably not like you, but I was interested. I was looking forward to the show, and man, I'm so glad that I was able to follow week by week because this show is absolutely top tier perfection and should be considered nothing less than a masterpiece. The story of this first season was absolutely captivating. It had so much emotion, moral conflict, problems and ideas that really made this show way more of a mature and adult show than I was expecting it to be. Each character really had their own arc and own problems that they had to work through, but everything always led back to the final goal and common cause. The writing in this series was fantastic. Beau DeMaio put so much love into this, and it shows in every second. The dialogue hits so hard, especially when Magneto's talking. The scenes between him and Charles were magnificent, but even Rogue was so good, man. Her emotions and problems that she was dealing with, holding on to her loss for Gambit, just made her so impactful. The underlying or constant problem going on in the series with the conflict between humans and mutants, I mean, is always something that has been part of the X-Men media, but it does not get old. Magneto with his ideologies wanting to rule humans, feeling that they only want to do the same, and Charles wanting to be peaceful and find a way to coexist with neither side living in fear. It's handled so well in this show. I think that the series did a great job at not forcing you to have had to watch the previous show either. Not saying you shouldn't though, you definitely should, but 97 sprinkles in enough references and flashbacks to where you know exactly what's going on, and the story is very much so contained in its own plot for this season. It made it so easy to follow and digest as someone who doesn't know the original series all the way through. And I want to talk about the artwork. Can we talk about the artwork? Oh, dude, the artwork is just perfection. Some of the big shots, like when Magneto, Cable, or Jean are using their powers, is so dope and is so beautiful. This whole season managed to look just like the original series with a bit of a 2024 polish on top of it. The stop motion type movement, the colors, it was so well put together and looked like it was pulled right out of the comics. Even the emotions that you get out of some of the faces of these characters was so detailed and subtle at moments, but proved to be very effective. Now I gotta take a second to praise Beau DeMaio and his team. The love and pride that they have for this show, the X-Men, Marvel, really showed through and through. This is what happens when you have creatives who love the IP that they're working on, when they are dedicated to doing their favorite characters justice and want to tell an amazing story. And to see Beau DeMaio consistently tweet to the fans, engaging with fans, educating fans, shows that this was so much more than just a job. It was like a dream project for him. Now, I don't know what he did to get let go from Marvel, but unless it's something that is truly horrible, they need to bring him back because Marvel really struck gold with him. And by the reception of this show, I think that they know that. I have absolutely no negatives on X-Men 97. I loved every episode. I love seeing some of my favorite X-Men getting into it. Magneto is a beast. I hope Wolverine's good. Charles is low-key shady, and I cannot wait for season 2 and what's to come with that. I know some folks are guessing Onslaught. It also kind of looks like we might be getting a little bit of Apocalypse in this. Either way though, we are definitely in for a ride. What did you think of X-Men 97? Did you grow up with the OG series? Let me know all of your thoughts and speculation down in the comments. Put me on to something. Let me know what you're geeked up about. But I'm out, and y'all be smooth.